be with you always.
Hey man, y'all sure y'all don't want to like burn one first, man?
Why did you say that name?
How you hear about
the champion?
What is thy bidding, my master?
Nice guy. Forever. Yo.
What it do? What it do?
What do you do?
Hey, man, what's poppin', bruh?
Another day, another dollar.
You ain't ever lied.
Ain't no
Hustling
idea.
blood.
All the time.
Every day, it's your boy, Freddie Roy, a.k.a. Brisket, a.k.a. Shimon Kenobi, a.k.a. Big Bad Texas Boy, Roy, up in this.
Roy.
And we are here with the homie Lavis Blackman, and together we are the main authority.
Yes, so.
What's good, homie, though? What's good, man? How's the week been treating you?
Yeah, it's been a week. It's been a long week, but, you know, we came through. We made it. Another weekend, and that's pretty much all that matters today.
Yes, you ain't never lied, man. You ain't never lied. But it was a crazy week, man, because we got what? Trailers on trailers, man.
Man, none of the rednecks, just all of the trailers.
No, that's all it was just trailers. Trailers all over the place, man. It ain't make no sense. It was crazy.
Facts.
We're gonna get into
the
them,
same
though.
game. You over there breakdancing, and I can't see you doing none of that.
And I don't see. I'm saying I don't see none of that on your screen, bro. I'm like, hold on, we supposed to be in the same place, but like 2K, like, nah, you can't even see none of them animations.
I'm trying to tell you. Yo, he's over there.
I was killing it. Like I'm doing it.
Look.
There it is. Come on, let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. We out here. We out here in this 2K city, man. It's your boy.
And everything.
You know I had to get it right, but man, look. Texas to the bone.
To the bone. They ain't never lied. All you needed was the boots.
I'm trying to tell you, man. They have some boots on here, but they was bogus. So I went ahead and just made me some custom 11s and made it do what it do.
You can't wear them if they ain't right.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. But I mean, this is like season 2 attire though, bro. Like they started season 3 yesterday in this game. And it's so crazy how every time they drop a new season, of course they give you new items to buy. And of course, everybody goes out and buys new items, man. But it's the thing about it is it's like everybody bought the same jacket I got, man. My season 3 outfit is crucial, man. Like, hold on, let's switch it up.
Yeah.
Like season 3 is crucial. Season 3 is crucial. But like everybody got this jacket, man. It'd be making me mad.
I say that's that in the middle of New York winter jacket.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm ready.
Bubble.
I'm ready, man. I'm trying to pay homage to your home state, bro.
That's NYC zero bubble style right there.
Official. The only thing we missing is a whip.
Facts.
Say less.
You got one of those?
Let's go.
Hey, my man. I don't even know if I want to step up in here.
Oh man, he's like, hold on, wait a minute.
I'm about to have to call somebody to tell them about this right there.
Hey man, look, this that Wakandan tech. You ain't know?
I'm trying to tell you, no. I'm trying to figure out what kind of tech that was in the first place.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I got this bootleg.
Ooh,
crucial. I can't do it right now, bro. Look, and this is what happened. This is what I was worried about. The moment you get on 2K, all your squad mates is like, hey, let's run. I'm like, I can't do it, man. I wish, but I can't. I'm streaming at the moment, bro. And I told him that. I was like, hey man, I gotta get off, man, and stream. So we can get this. I gotta get it in, talk about these trailers that drop, man. But they like, get one more game in, man. I'm like, bro, I got to get with the people.
We gotta talk about this Optimus Prime looking golf cart riding in.
Oh man, look. First of all, they didn't even give me a choice on what color my golf cart was. Like some people got some clean all black joints or whatever. I got the Optimus Prime joint. I ain't mad at it.
I see.
But it is what it is, man. I mean, I'd much rather the golf cart than the prize they gave us for season 2 when you reach level 40. I mean, I
Well,
like
I
the
would say
Jabberwockies and all, but I ain't want to try to dress up like one.
I would say the Transformer golf cart probably came right on time, considering the fact that we got that Rise of the Beasts from the
You
Transformers.
ain't ever lied, Autobot blood.
What
Man,
did you think about it? Matter of fact, while we talk about it, how about
going on
we
and throw that up for the people.
go ahead and throw that up there for the peoples there.
Adam's
What did you
construction
think
workers
about
just
it,
popping
man?
out of nowhere.
I thought it was pretty dope, for real.
Let me tell you something. For somebody that hasn't been checking for Transformers for a minute, like the Mark Wahlberg joint was but I really wasn't. Like, I don't think I even went to the movies to see that. They got my attention with this. They definitely got my attention with this, man. I mean, just the Beast, period. Like, this is just
Right.
gonna be wild, man. It's gonna be insane. And I like, we've seen the dopeness of the special effects and everything else, but it's just like it's like they dialed this up, like, obviously, but it's just, this is so much more like refined in a way that just like I'm here for this. I'm here for this.
Yeah, most definitely. Now, who's the lead on this? I don't think
Yeah, I don't know.
I got a name on who the lead was, because it made me have to think back out of all the different leads they had, and it's like, where's Shy? What did they do with your
Yeah,
homie
but
Shia LaBeouf?
that's
But
maybe, I guess that maybe they going in a different direction with it.
of course,
Which I'm cool with them not bringing Shy back, because like it Shy was dope, but I feel like when you did the whole Mark Wahlberg thing, you kind of moved past that anyway. So
right,
I'm not really like, I'm not too clean. I wasn't too keen on them bringing him back. What I'm really interested in though is like, what does this do with the story as we know it, and like, where are they taking it? Like, that's what I
right,
want to see. Like, because obviously this is being set up almost like it's not going to be a one-off. Like, they trying to like revitalize a soft reboot the franchise. So if that's the case, how are you going to do that with this movie? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's always the thing with me with the movie. Like, when I know it's about it's going to be a part of a franchise or a series or whatever, it's like, okay, well then let me see how you going to set this up. Now, the one thing I will say is, it never gets tired. I never get tired of seeing these transformations, bro. Like, the way my dude came about that car, bro, I was like, okay, see, look,
yeah, man.
they trying
Shoot,
to get you.
they got a scene in here where he's transforming while he's still inside.
Yes.
I was like, wow, they going there with it.
Yeah,
They
it's
totally
crazy,
going
man.
there with it. Yeah. Now, if I could theorize a little bit to help answer some of them questions there, I think yes, this is definitely going to be a soft reboot to all the other movies we've seen, and I think they're
Mhm.
doing it the right way. They're going to have both sets of Transformers in there, and I think some people ain't gonna make it. I think some people aren't gonna make it, and it's really gonna come down to the beasts themselves again, or
Yeah.
maybe toward the end. I mean, I don't know. Optimus dies so many times; he might be a number one candidate to die, but who knows?
Yeah.
But I think it'll probably come down to either like a merging or a melding of something to that effect, and maybe they go to a different planet finally. Because
Yeah.
like it's cool and all that they keep it here on Earth and have the Earth characters and stuff, but like ain't nothing says that they can't take one of the two of them and bring them over to Cybertron or something like that and continue the story and still have your human leads, so you don't
Right.
burn up all that money having the Transformers all day. But
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's gonna be a melding or a merge, because look, like Bumblebee, like he's catching it right now. You know what I'm saying? Some
Yeah.
people just ain't gonna make it, and then you'll get the because this is the rise of the Beast Wars, so the next one could just be flat out Beast Wars.
Right.
And you continue the story on that way. You don't have to include the army and all that type of stuff all the time. Take them
Yeah.
elsewhere. But that's what I think. Because it's kind of hard to tell where they are right here in this fight scene too. It don't really look like they on Earth for real. And that could be a flashback, when they're telling the story or whatever.
Yeah, definitely could be a flashback. The thing about it, like setting up the Beast Wars and all of that, and like thinking about the thing and going back to what you said about Optimus and them having killed him off so many times. Can we move past that already? Like, can we just not kill Optimus off? Because
right, I was about to say, if they don't kill him, we can.
We know at this point, like, are we really trying to see a Transformers series without Optimus Prime? Like,
if they do it right with Optimus Primal, then yeah, I'll be all right.
Okay, well, if they did something like that, maybe. I just feel like those movies, like that voice and that character, like makes that movie like for me. And if you take that away, like the Bumblebee movie, right? It was a dope movie, but like I was like, where the hell is Optimus at?
There's a little flat without having Optimus or some of the other Autobots there, and so I just support.
Right, and so I just wonder about that with these movies. Like, can you carry these movies without an Optimus Prime? Now, like you said, if you do Optimus Primal, then yeah, you might be on to something, depending on how well you nail the character or whatnot, or the voice actor for it. But that's, to me, I'm just like, ooh.
Well, see,
I feel that's a deep cut for people that don't know.
Right, but see, there's a lot of us, like, and I'm one of them, that watched the Beast Wars old school cartoon, the 3D version that they did, and as long as they kind of nail a good story with it, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
because a lot of those were a lot of little mini stories, and they did those pretty well. So, where'd you go?
Oh, I'm right here.
Man, dropped me off, and he said, "Huff it." Now he's playing. Now he's playing with me.
Come on, little bro.
I ain't trying to walk up in the gym all day. I have a backpack on like you pick me up from school.
Speaking of the gym, man, it's been a minute. Let's take you over to the gym.
Right. I forgot about that.
But yeah, man. I mean, I was surprised to get I hadn't really been checking for like Transformers news like that. So like when I heard the trailer had dropped, I was like, oh, word?
Right.
Okay, let's see what they talking about. Like,
right
after I saw them, like, wow, okay.
Yeah, they're talking June 2023. We get the next Transformer movie, and that's what's up finally. Because I've actually been checking for this movie, and then I forgot myself because I got tired of looking and not really getting any real updates. And so seeing that they're just dropping with a trailer, it's like, so good. At least you guys been definitely been putting in work. There ain't no question on that one. At all, not a question whatsoever. But I think it's dope that like I said, we're gonna get another installment, and it's gonna be Beast Wars. And I like that they're changing it up because they've been doing Transformers forever, just regular Transformers. You know what I'm saying? So seeing that they're gonna try to refresh the whole franchise by switching it up in this direction, totally here for it.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just amazing, man.
Dude, the effects on that joint, boy, I was like, hey, hold on. Don't even give me no plot. Just let me see fights.
Right.
I just want to see fights.
This is definitely going to be one of those movies that your kids are going to be like looking for cars that just transform out of nowhere.
Yes.
Don't be surprised. They're not going to be calling Porsches anymore. You're calling them whatever character this is.
Well, look at this. Look at this right here. Look,
it
popped up right here.
Is that Super T-Rev?
The homie T-Rev. Well, T-Rev, what it do, man?
Looking more fresh than me. That's how you know the man.
T-Rev out here, man. Hey, I see
Tim's on with the jeans. Okay, he's up north. Okay.
I see it. Look at. Hold on, man. This jacket is hot as hell. Let me get up out this jacket, though.
Right. Check him out. I'd change up, but I ain't really been out here. Shoot, I ain't even been in the gym. Shoot, what am I supposed to be doing in here anyway?
Oh man, you guys just get your exercise on, man. That's all you got to do.
I just pick a machine
and get to working.
I'm waiting for it to give me the prompt. But do I gotta talk to old girl outside first or something?
Nah, you shouldn't have to. I don't think. You just got to walk up to one of these, one of the little squares. Like, hold on, I'll show you. See, we did this before, but I think you were on that sativa.
I'm always on that sativa.
Well,
I don't think I got to do it last time though, because I was still a newbie. I ain't even played the first game yet.
Okay, look, I'll give you an easy one. Let's go over here. Look. I can't do them. I've already done mine for the week, but yeah, just pop over here to this little square right here.
This one right here.
Yep.
Okay.
And hit that X button. There you go.
For a second. Gotcha. That's schooling black middle Lavis on how to play. Alternate L2 R2.
That's all you got to do.
Do you fall off if you fuck up?
Yes, you do.
I feel like this is also a mental workout. So, like, is it just based on how fast I go?
Yep. The faster you go, the more it moves.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh. Hey, but he was good enough to catch himself.
Nice.
Hey. I was just checking. Okay. And I guess what you get certain rewards. You go a certain distance.
If you get the 4 stars, then you get a 4-point boost to your speed,
gotcha.
your overall speed.
I almost made 100. Oh, look, T-Rev
there
again.
You get a 2-star boost. Look at you, T-Rev. Hey, I'm ready for action.
Ain't he though? I see him. Got the hat backwards and everything. Almost looked like he had Optimus Prime on the shirt. Almost.
Not
quite.
Hold on, but you know what? If you want to talk about being a transformer, hold on. You know I got something for every occasion.
Hold man. On. What you got now?
Something for every occasion. Let's see.
Hit him with that Wakanda tech to turn into the Transformer.
I'm about to be a Negrotron.
Negrotron.
Oh wait, wrong one. Where's my? There we go.
Oh man.
Go.
I will say.
Let's go.
At least I see you. Check him out.
Negrotron, ready for action. Get it,
Negrobots. Let's roll up. Check him out. That's what's up.
Oh man,
I see them. I'll say at least they're not ending the Transformers franchise. I'd like to see those for years to come. But there's one franchise that is coming to an end, and we'll have to see how it unfolds. You know, we got that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer.
Yeah, man.
I thought that was pretty dope too.
I thought that was also pretty damn emotional for it to be a trailer.
Definitely, but you know, it's the last one. It's ending, and we get to see the origin of Rocket. I think a lot of us have been interested on seeing the origin of Rocket because we don't know where he came from, and they're also doing the one above all.
Yep,
they're doing the one above all in that one, and that's going to be pretty dope seeing how they do that with your boy Chuck Woody.
Yes, definitely is going to be very interesting to see. I'm really digging the casting on that. Like, dude won me over on Peacemaker. Like, I was on the fence watching Peacemaker originally, and then that dude, I was like, oh yeah, I'm sold. So I'm definitely interested to see him in this movie. Of course, I want to see the origins of Rocket, but more than anything else, man, I want to see who's not gonna make it.
Right. Yeah, I heard there was some of that was gonna go down.
There's gonna be some people. There's gonna be some people that don't come back, man. And I'm just like, I'm telling you right now, if we lose Rocket and Star-Lord, bro, I'm done.
We can lose
one or the other. We could lose one of the. Well, no, I'm hearing rumors that they may reboot it or bring it back with a whole new cast, like with a whole new team.
Huh.
So it'll be the end of this story, but that they might move forward with a whole new Guardians of the Galaxy crew.
Okay.
So if they, there might be a couple. I can see a situation where maybe one or two of your OGs come back and are a part of this new team or something like that. I don't think they would lead it. But that would be something interesting to see. But if that being the case, again, you've got to set up a scenario where somebody significant don't come back.
Right.
So I'm like, who's that gonna be, man? And the thing I always feel like in these trailers they trying to curb it. Because I feel like the way they tried to set it up in the trailer, it looks like it's gonna be Rocket.
Right.
But I don't know if it's gonna be Rocket, man.
I don't know.
I that's why I said if we lose Star-Lord and Rocket, I don't know. But I think if I had to put my $8 on it, I'd go with Star-Lord being one and Drax being another.
Huh. I don't know. I can see Drax for some reason. I feel like he's just there at this point. You know what I mean? They unless they kind of decide to spin him off and maybe give him an origin movie or tie up his storyline, unless they do it within this movie, which I don't think so. That sounds like it'd be a lot to do to try to reunite him with his daughter and all that stuff. And I've heard it's been very central for Rocket anyway. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like he's just there pretty much. And you're also going to include the Gamora being back and how that goes with Star-Lord and all that stuff. So it's just a bunch. So I feel like he could be one to go for sure. And maybe Rocket. I feel like it might be Drax and Rocket if it's going to be anybody. That'd be.
I can see that. Yeah. Either way, it's definitely going to be some people's dropping in this one, man. Can
we talk about Adam Warlock?
Uh-oh. Sounds like you have a problem.
That's like the only issue that I have in this entire trailer is Adam Warlock. And I don't know.
Talk to me.
Maybe it's because I'm more used to like the old school character, the way he looked. It looks like they're making him more of the newer version of him. But
yeah,
I don't know. It might be just me and the actor. It might be one of them actor things. But even when they casted Will Poulter, I just wasn't about it, man. It's just.
Well, I will tell you, you are definitely not in the main minority.
I'm good.
Because
good
man, when they showed that, I was like, what in the is that?
Right.
Like, what is that, bro? And then they got that stone in his head that's like, it looked like he got a bullet stuck in the middle of his forehead, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I just don't. Adam Warlock ain't. I'm not. The believability is not there from the trailer.
I don't feel like they're that. Either they did something spectacular with him, or they're just not that confident with him either. Because they only showed him for like all of 0.5 seconds, just so you to remember that he was in this movie. Not even to care, just to remember. Oh yeah, don't forget we got Adam Warlock here. Okay, anyway, back to Rocket.
So keep moving. Let me show you some more of these special effects.
Yeah. It's like, remember next summer. Yeah, that's when it's coming out. But like even when the one above all looks better. And I'm glad his suit's actually like at least shines blue. It might be different colors. It's supposed to be like reddish and all. Maybe they're gonna just do different colors and all. But even that character to me just looks more official than Adam Warlock does. It's just no. Like it's about to come up here in a second. Hold on, I'm gonna pause it when it does.
Like
that. What is this?
First of all, the face he's making, right?
Right.
And them eyebrows. You know,
and that hair.
If they ever did a crossover with Marvel and DC, and Adam Warlock had to face a Batman, I give you 3 guesses of which Batman I say he should face.
Why would you want to do that to the people? I don't even want to say it.
I'm just
I don't even want to say
you
it.
already know.
Just no,
Bat
man.
Cullen.
Just no. And I don't even I don't know where to direct it. Where to direct this this feeling that I have. I like James Gunn. I like his movies. I like what he does in his movies. Like you said, Peacemaker, awesome. I like his remake of the Suicide Squad. I thought that was going to be good. Anyway, it was hands down to me way better than the first one. At very least, for those who want to hate, is at least better than the first one. I mean, shoot, I think I turned to a little fanboy back during the pandemic when he was responding to my tweets. So James Gunn is cool. So I don't want to direct this anger that I have for looking at this person. At him. I don't want to do that. But it's just like, who? The casting director? Who the hell was the casting director on this? The makeup artist? The suit looks dope.
Man.
The suit looks kind of dope for a new age one. It's just the head that comes out of the suit.
Man. That's maybe
pause for you, Kavai. I already know Kavai was like, pause. He said pause. I heard you.
I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. I think about the comics and Adam Warlock holding the Infinity Gauntlets to let the conflict end. I don't believe that dude would be this. Can't. I'm not believing that from him. I'm like, man, go sit in the corner somewhere, man.
Yeah, they would have to do something spectacular with him in this movie. And I still don't think
what it is. Maybe it's the gold skin that's throwing me off.
Yeah, because he's supposed in the comics he's yellow.
Yeah,
but I mean it's old school. The new age they made it look a little bit more like a skin tone. And no matter how you slice it, that's how you would have to do.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe Adam Warlock looked too light skinned.
That could be
it's confusing. Maybe we cannot just we cannot unsee the light skinnedness.
Right. Now that you mention it,
Adam Warlock.
That could totally be why. Just no, man. You're right. Now I'm really looking at that bullet in the middle of his forehead.
That's what I'm saying. It looked like my dude just caught one right in between the eyes, but was able to stop it somehow.
Right. It looked like Wolverine when he gets shot. Yes. You can see the adamantium, but it heals, but then it just stops right there. And it's swole.
I don't know. Main bastard Kush is wild. Wild, dog.
Groot though. I like the way that they made Groot look.
Yeah, Groot live, bro.
He looked like a young man.
This might be my favorite iteration of Groot right here, bro.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find another scene with Groot in it.
Groot looked like he ready for anything.
I feel like they probably got away with using more practical value than they did using actual effects.
Right.
Because he's like almost a regular person size. He's just a little taller. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, just a little bit taller. So I would like to stop right here on this scene though, because I want to present to you proof that Drax will most certainly be one of the people dying in this movie.
Right.
And I'm going to prove it to you if you can go to the point where they show my man Drax getting off this ship.
Getting off this one? Yeah, I guess.
Right here, right there. That was it. That's that shot you just showed me. Please, sir, if you can. I'm about to give the Maynes the game right here. No, not this one. The one it was a headshot. Pause. It was like they showed my man basically from the neck up almost.
Let's see. Well, we got this one back here.
Okay, yeah. That one kind of helps. That's okay. So we gonna come back to that one, but let's look at this one first. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. Maynes, Lady Maynes, and everybody in between. Drax is not making it from this movie because as this trailer shows, Batista gave zero about getting in any kind of shape And I can tell you this as a fellow fat ass. My dude wasn't trying to work out for nobody. Pay close attention to that second chin that he is trying to hide under makeup. And look at them cheeks, pause, and better yet, now go back to the other picture. Now go back to the other one when they walking off the ship.
Okay. Hold on.
This is going to matter as he comes down. Look at how he look like he is holding in every breath he can, so that damn Ravager suit don't come flying, like buttons don't come popping off that mug. You will go back and watch this trailer, and you will look at Drax every time you see him. You will realize, yeah, they are obviously killing him because he did not bother trying to get into any shape for this movie. He mailed it in and said, look at my man. Go back and look at Drax in Guardians 1 and go look at Drax. Look right here, bro. When he hit that girl with that ball, bro, I was like, that dude is at least 400 pounds. Like, Drax is huge.
Yeah, so did you see you watched the Christmas special with us?
Yes.
That's when I first noticed myself.
Yes, exactly. You saw it in the Christmas Eve.
Yes. I was like, he's wearing a shirt. Like, I was like, not a surprise or anything. It's just the way it was fitting. I was like,
that was right after Thanksgiving too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Drax had greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, ham, ram, dogs, chickens, turkeys, rats, you name it.
Yes. Facts.
Oh,
yeah,
man. Yeah.
I noticed that too. I was like, yeah.
I mean,
Drax might be his last one.
Look at hold on, right there. Look at that D shape with my man's gut, bro. Look at all that extra. Man. Look at all that extra neck meat back there, bro. Like
he looked like Drax the Destroyer of Thanksgiving.
Boy, let me tell you, and let's be clear. Drax, that man could probably do more push-ups in 3 minutes than I could probably do in 3 days. But like, I'm just saying, they tried to give my man Star-Lord grief in Avengers when he came in a little pudgy. Drax just came in like, you know what? Man.
Yep. Yeah, even your homegirl Felicity done pointed that out, that he been complaining about having to stay in shape to be shirtless all the time. And it's like,
man, you see how much money they paying you? You better try to get in shape.
Right. Well, I'm surprised to hear that from a wrrestler. Like most wrestlers,
no, he's retired. He ain't.
I don't care. I mean, The Rock's retired. He still wrestles. He still works out. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It surprises me because, like, unless you're one of those wrestlers who didn't really have a physique like that, usually that's something that they just keep up with for themselves.
Yeah.
Not for just the look of things.
Right.
And I get it is different being an actor and having to stay in a certain kind of shape because they want a certain physique for a certain character, you know. So like you got to like do water training and all this different types of stuff to stay in a certain kind of shape. So I can get that, but it's just like, come on, man, you should be in shape just for you. So he's like, nah, like you said, he's retired. He done got some of that. He got some of that Hollywood money.
I'm one of these
movies he been in.
I'm this guy. I am this guy. You can change whatever you want to change in your movie, man. You can change actors. You can change actor physiques. You can change actor whatever, as long as there's an in-canon reason.
Right.
So if you tell me that Drax didn't let go because Drax is like no longer tied to having to beat, then I'm cool. I'm like, let's keep it moving. And yes, I'm that particular about it. Because otherwise, I'm like, no, you need to explain to me why Drax adopted the Fat Thor philosophy.
Yeah.
I need to know.
Right. You got me over here doing this damn agility
I see
training.
You over here with the agility training, man. Do your thing, man.
Let's see. Now one more rep, I guess.
Uh-oh.
It threw me off in the beginning because I pressed the button and it didn't do nothing. Like I'm trying to get through this.
You can do it, man.
Before the timer runs out at 10 seconds. well, yeah, do it. Yeah, made it. I made it like
Plus
Drax
3
did to
with
Thanksgiving.
acceleration. Way to go, young blood.
Hell yeah. Ain't gonna mean shit because I'm not gonna do nothing with it. That'll be it. This is something. There's something else over here too. It's just
Yeah, there's like 4 different ones you can do, I think. Like there's multiple machines in here, but there are some of them are like for the same category. And shit.
Right. Okay, I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, it is the last one.
Yeah.
And we get to see good old Baby Rocket.
Tell me about it, man. That's gonna mess some people up, man. I think that's gonna mess some people up.
Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be another Baby Yoda thing.
Oh yeah, without question. So, what you're telling me is, Baby Rocket will get a spin-off prequel show on Disney Plus.
Probably, especially if they kill him off in this.
Then I was just gonna say, then R.I.P. Rocket.
I can see that. I can see that happening if Chuck Woody decides he wants to stay with Marvel, and they want to put more One Above All in there. Because I mean, in the comics, he's a good prevalent character. You know what I'm saying? Like he's behind or involved with a few different storylines. So I can see, and plus Chuck Woody, you saw him on Peacemaker.
Yeah,
and I'm more used to seeing him on a TV show platform anyway. So I could see this spinning off into something else. Most definitely. I can see them spinning off Guardians of the Galaxy and making it a Disney Plus show, period. I think Guardians of the Galaxy would actually be really good as a Disney Plus show.
Yeah.
That'll give them and make it long enough to where it could be one of those shows where like each episode, of course, is like the continuation, but you don't necessarily have to follow. Kind of like Star Trek type deal. If they made it a little bit with a little bit of Star Trek finesse, but it's Guardians, I think that show would give it like 10 episodes. It wouldn't be bad. And you wouldn't have to have any heavy expectations for that either. It'd just be a normal TV show. You could have different cosmic characters in the Marvel universe show up. You can have them like come to the end of a serious battle and be the comic relief, like whatever the case. Like I think it would be a good show to make it like well-rounded instead of trying to continue them in movies. And it's not like they sucked or anything like that. It's just like the kind or the genre of characters they are, group characters and stuff like that. And they're supposed to be traveling around and like protecting the galaxy. So
yeah, I
think it would fit a little better in today's space with what they're doing.
Right.
Who knows?
I got you.
Who knows?
Yeah, man. Who never know? You never know what they could be doing next. I'm interested to see how they wrap this up. Like this current story and this group of characters, man. It's gonna be real interesting to see how they wrap this up, man.
Yeah.
Because I want to see how they deal with the Gamora situation also. And like what is the deal with her going forward.
Right.
Because we know that or it's pretty much a given to me that and what is I always forget her sister's name. Nebula. That Nebula is gonna still be around. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Nebula's still gonna be around. And so with that being the case, like what happens with Gamora? Because Gamora is almost like a woman out of time at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This represents here. Yeah.
Right. She's here and she's with, but this ain't her life.
Right.
This isn't what she knows, or is it? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's gonna be interesting to see how they play it out.
Yeah, because they gotta explain if she's gonna have like memories being in this timeline suddenly because she used to exist. Will she remember if she died or any of that stuff? Or are they just gonna use this as a way to show how that works?
Right. Now the question I have, and I done took off out the Gatorade, Jim. I don't know what I'm doing. The question I have is, do you think it would number one, do you think we see Kang or a version of Kang in this movie at all? And two, if we do you think that would overshadow the High Evolutionary at all?
I think we won't. I wouldn't put it past them to have Easter eggs, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel it would overshadow it if they had a cameo of some kind, but I do think it would take away from the story a little bit.
Yeah. No,
It depends on how they try to insert it. If like the cameo is him meeting up with the one above all and having the convo, and like they did with Thanos, then no, it would just emboss and bring up the movie a little bit more. But if it's something to where like he actually is like a secondary villain or of some sort, then yeah, I think it would overshadow it. And it would kind of take away from Ant-Man a little bit in that respect. I think that's their main draw for that movie is for people to come
and which one comes out first?
I think Ant-Man is the first movie for next year.
Gosh,
February.
Because see,
So, yeah.
the reason what I was thinking about was, and I have this loose theory, right? I think that phase 5 of the MCU is going to be the absolute darkest, like most bleak looking, like worse than what we saw in Infinity War. And what I mean by that is, or the reason I say that is, I think in every movie the hero's going to lose in this. I think everybody's going to lose in every movie. I think what you're going to see is a situation where Kang is basically taking over. Like we are watching the Kang dynasty form. And I think in every one of these movies, they're going to happen or it exists in a universe or a multiverse or travel to or something where Kang is going to interfere. And so what I was thinking about or with this theory was like, so then let's say in the Guardians movie, it's the High Evolutionary and they're like, it's the climax of the movie or what have you. He's about to wipe them out, or looks like it's a wrap for Rocket and what have you. And the Guardians some kind of way find a way to pull through. It looks like, oh snap, High Evolutionary ain't done. Now then enter Kang, like in some kind of a weird scene. Like I'm not a writer, so I don't know how to put that all together like that. But basically, Kang would show up, and it's just like, yeah, you thought you was finna get like this happy ending, but nah, like I'm killing him and y'all. And like only maybe one or two of the Guardians even escape his wrath at that point. So, because my thing is, because I want like, and maybe that's just a fanboy dream, but I'm like, bruh, I want to see Kang totally dismantle everybody first. Like I want to see like them have to literally live in Kang's world, not like in the Avengers stand, like in the not in the Endgame or Infinity War thing where it's like, oh, what do we do? No, I want to literally see them dealing with like this idea that he is literally taking over. And that the multiverse is about to just be gone.
I can see that. Like I can't see what the hell I'm doing wrong with this this clean lift. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I actually got one.
Yeah, I never do the clean lift, man. I never do that one.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing wrong with that one. You have to like press L1 and then press it again. It says hold it, and then but holding it don't look right. So it don't look like that was the one for that with the 1 reps. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a good movie. I'm not sure if Gamora and Peter would ever get their conclusion. I would hope that they don't kill off Peter Quill and then kind of allude to they just started their relationship over. I think that would be a good way to go for me, at least with that. But
yeah. Yeah, see, that's the other part of it too. Is it's like, do we really want to watch them like their love story a second time?
Right.
So yeah, I just feel like it's gonna be a lot of sadness, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a lot of sadness,
especially with Gunn not being there anymore.
Right.
Like saying goodbye to a Titan.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. Like, what do you think about that? Do you think that's a hit to Marvel in any way?
No, I don't think it's a hit to Marvel. I think it's gonna finally give them some good competition. I think it's gonna finally give them a field to have a run for their money to make sure
Oh
that they
yeah, without
start
question,
putting
for
everything
sure.
out.
Oh,
Yeah, I
definitely
think
that,
that's what's
definitely
gonna
that.
happen.
Kind of
And
along those lines. Oh, go
um
ahead, go ahead.
I would say, and I think that it's actually a good move because he is good with Marvel, and I'm thinking like future down the line, it would be pretty dope
Crossover.
if if they were able to have
Mm-hmm.
crossovers and stuff
Mm-hmm.
down the line. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to for real.
Oh yeah, without question, man. That's like I think everybody's ultimate dream. You know what I'm saying? Fanboy dream is to see that type of like that DC Marvel crossover.
Yeah,
The reason I asked about whether or not you think it's a hit to Marvel at all is just losing somebody like a James Gunn, where you have that creativity that people haven't gotten tired of. And the reason I say it that way is because I saw an article, I think earlier this week, where Chris Hemsworth was saying that he's excited to play Thor if they get another director, because he like, for his own sanity, he needs the movies to take a different direction
right.
and be less comedic, I guess, and wacky.
I would say.
And I agree with him now. I agree with him. I agree with him 1000% that Ragnarok was cool. Love and Thunder, we can talk about it. But like, it's the Taika Waititi flavor is cool, but now it's time to move to something different. It's like it's time to move to something a little bit different. And so I agree with him with that. But it's interesting to hear that that being the sentiment from Chris Hemsworth, because that's kind of what revitalized the Thor character in certain ways. Like Thor wasn't necessarily killing it before Ragnarok, and then now you hear that the actors kind of like, well, yeah, that's all well and good. People might like those movies, but I'm not really trying to do that again. So if y'all want me to come back, we're gonna switch it up a little bit.
Right.
And so the reason I asked, about James Gunn was because not every director that Marvel's got is like knocking it out of the park, apparently, in terms of appeasing both the audience and the actors and actresses and whatnot. Now, we talking about the mouse. The mouse can just like, I'll replace you.
Right.
But it's something to be said, I think, when you have that situation. Then James Gunn, and I'm not saying it was under any type of shady circumstances, but you allow, like, James Gunn switches over to DC and helping plan their stuff out, which is good for him. But we talk about these Marvel shows, and we talk about there's people that say that Phase 4 was kind of weak, and you start to wonder, if Taika's not going to be doing Thor, then what is he going to be doing in relation to the MCU? Or is he going to shift over to start putting more focus on his Star Wars project?
Right.
So that means if Taika's gone, you know what I'm saying? If Taika's out, if James Gunn is out, if the Russos ain't trying to do nothing, there's definitely, all kinds of different talent. I mean, Ryan Coogler definitely showed that he can do what he do.
Right.
And make a good, a good Marvel movie. So, but I mean, it's still, it just makes me wonder, with Phase 5 coming, like what is the play? What is the direction, or what is the plan? Because I'm not one of these people saying Phase 4 was trash or Phase 4 was lackluster or anything like that. I think Phase 4 was exactly what Phase 4 was. And the reason I feel like we can't necessarily be too critical of it is because what do we have to compare it to? We're still at a point where we don't have anything to compare to MCU and the content that we're getting from the MCU to right now.
Yep. I agree.
Like, yeah, we have other shows that are in that genre, but none of them are weaving together the type of like interconnected story that the MCU is doing. So we can't, like, for me, I'm like, okay, well then how do I can evaluate it based on how much I enjoyed it, but can I really critique it from a standpoint of saying, well, it should have done this or it could have done that? Because it's, what do I have to compare it to?
Right.
So for me, it's not so much that the Phase 4 was a failure or was like lacking. It's more so of, okay, so if this is the direction we go in, then how are, knowing the landscape and knowing the situation and what's going on with, just in general with the state of Hollywood and things like that. So what's the play like long term?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't need, they ain't got to blueprint it, but I want to be able to as we start getting these movies like Guardians, and then we get the what's the other movie that we were just talking about? Boy, the TV is strong with this one. As we start getting these Phase 5 movies, it's gonna, and these shows, it's gonna be interesting to see how they start laying the foundation for, these for Secret Wars and all of that.
Right.
That's what I'm waiting to see now. It's like, okay, when are we gonna start connecting these dots and making these things kind of like point towards what we know is inevitably coming? Not that I want to rush it. I just want to see how these threads, because this is going all the way back to WandaVision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we got to go all the way back to WandaVision. So it's like, okay, we know what the interconnectivity is if we follow the comics, and we kind of have an idea of where we think it might go. But I want to see how the MCU is going to start tying all that together.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I see like they're having a difficult time really keeping directors. Like, they've shuffled around Spider-Man's director a few times, Fantastic Four director a few times, and then finally starting to land some people. But I think it's got a lot to do with the fact of how they're handling their contracts now. The fact that they're contractless, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of actors and even directors don't really like getting tied up too much. Did we squad up with T-Rev?
Oh, you know what? I don't know if we did, but let's do that. Let me get out. I hate that they make you get out the vehicle to pull your phone out. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's silly. Yeah, squad up with him so he could ride around too.
Word.
Why not?
Oh yeah, that was the whole point. I pulled up, let the homie in.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of what their issue is. Like, the fact that they're contractless, so they're having to shuffle around and get some directors that will play ball with them for more of a long term type deal. And that's where they are. Like you said, we don't really have anything to compare it to. So, I mean, Phase 4 to me was more of a Phase 2, but with complications, because it began right around the same time that we're stuck in the pandy. So there were some different moves they had to make. There were some things going down in the theaters and people not going. So they may have shuffled some movies around so they could make what they could and save some face with some decent titles. And I'm hoping that now that they're getting toward the heavy hitters, they're getting towards the Fantastic Fours, they're getting towards the Kang release, where you're finally starting to see more stuff like that. Ending Guardians, like I'm wondering what Disney Plus shows we're going to be probably seeing pop up within the next year, because we ain't heard too much of that. So there's like many different platforms that they can kind of hit you with and get a feel for what they should be doing in the future. And I don't think that James Gunn not being there is going to make too much of a difference, as long as they keep their formula. And I feel, like I said, it'd just be more competitive, because I feel like he kind of, he already kind of knows that formula, and I think he's pretty brilliant on his own. So pretty soon, I'd say about a year or so, we could finally have something to be like, yo, MCU's messing up because look at this right here that DC's doing, and maybe they need to switch up their game plan a little bit, even though they're going to be kind of doing the same thing, because he's going to be mirroring the MCU type deal. But I mean, like, how much of that, like, is Zaslav going to be mirroring it to the point where we're going to be seeing their phase ahead of time like they do, or are they going to play it more by ear and pivot? Because if certain things aren't hitting that are MCU like, what are they going to do to make a DCU like? So I think that's where we are with that. I don't think it's a big deal without them, but they definitely need to try to sync more directors and producers that won't like jump ship in the next couple of years, because because they want, and that'll just kind of open up the opportunity, maybe, because there might be new and young directors out there that can do the job. It's just they need the chance to do the job.
Definitely that. Definitely think there's some talented and capable writers and directors out there that just need to get an opportunity. Definitely agree with you with that.
Right. So we'll see how that goes if they choose to go with any of those type of people.
Yeah, definitely will. I don't think so. So based on what I just heard too, you don't think that Phase 4 was like that they're starting to fall off, like Marvel and MCU is starting to fall off.
I would feel that way in this phase, and like I said, it's like Phase 4. I can't expect every phase to be great, and I feel like I said like Phase 4 was kind of like Phase 2. We just came off of Endgame. It's kind of like them soft rebooting, but it's like the continuation of a story after such a climax like that. It's
So
just
what
not
would you
going to
give it 1 to
seem
10?
out of 10. I give it about a 6. Like with the like with the complications and with some of the changes that I know that they had to make, like even back with WandaVision, how Doctor Strange was rumored to show up and he never did. That was a big hit for them, but that was because they weren't able to get him there because of the pandemic. And they didn't really start leveling out until about the middle of phase 4.
Got you. So let's do it. Let's do an exercise real quick. I'm gonna put you on the spot. Can you find a list of all of the Phase 4 projects?
I can try. Hold on. Shouldn't be too hard. I'm gonna use my Googles.
Do your Googles. Let's do the Googles.
See if I can find an entertaining looking one at least. I don't want no raggedy ass. Let's see. I don't want this one because it includes Morbius.
Hey, Morbius counts.
Morbius does not count.
Yes, hey, Morbius is officially connected, so we got to count that shit.
This one might be a good one to use. Let's see here. How's that one look? That one looks. This one's like all the way through, and I don't think this one is entirely accurate because like this was old because they had Captain Marvel 2 coming out November 11th, and that didn't happen. But it does have most of the movies we've seen. They squeeze any new ones in there. Yeah, we already seen Loki, Miss Marvel, Doctor Strange. So yeah, we'll keep this one because it's got some of the future projects still. It's just out of order.
Bet. All right, give me 2.5 because I want to write. All right, so we're gonna do this. Eternals. That was the first one that came out, right?
I believe so.
Or no, or was it? It
was Wanda. If we're gonna do movie wise, I think that was like one of the first movies.
Yeah, I want to do just the order of. Hey, the homie donated $8. Appreciate you, Pito. Yeah, but what I want to do is I want to look at the. I want to go back, or not even go back because they don't even have to be what we initially called it. But I want to look at every project really quick, and let's give it a rating 1 to 10 from Phase 4.
Gotcha. I can see if I can find a better one.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's find a better one. Man, a lot of these just look so.
Maybe if you go to all and just find a list.
We'll see.
Because
you can go to Wikipedia.
There we go. That's exactly what we need.
All right, let's see. They got from maybe later, guys. We got from Black Widow being the first one. What's the last one they got on here? She-Hulk. Then you got Werewolf by Night, Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, this one looks pretty.
Bet.
So
we'll go. All right, so we'll do. It don't matter. Even we know all the projects. We don't even have to do them in order. We'll just go down their list. So Black Widow. How did you feel about Black Widow?
Before I go, are we doing like a 1 to what? 1 to 10?
1 to 10. One on each one.
Okay. So Black Widow. I mean, it wasn't bad. I give it about a 6.5.
All right, cool. So let's do this. For the sake of keeping the map simple, we say whole numbers only.
Okay. So I will actually round down. I'll give it a 6.
All right, bet. We on the same boat. 6 for Black Widow. What's next? Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi's right there. I give it a 6 as well.
Really? So for me, Shang-Chi is more like an 8.5. So I'm gonna say closer to 8. So I'm gonna say 8, and you said it was what?
6. I'm keeping track too.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually writing these down. And then we had Eternals, right?
Yes.
All right. Can we assign negatives? No, I'm just
right. You ain't lying.
Eternals. I'm gonna give you went last. You went first last time. I'm gonna give Eternals a 3.
We on the same.
All right, bet. What we get next?
I seen that movie again and it's still
No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home. No Way Home. I give that a 9. That was a good movie.
I gave that a 9 too.
Yeah.
Gave that a 9 too. I said 9.5, but I can't make it a 10. It was a 9. It was closer to 9 than it was a 10.
Yeah, I think there were certain things they stretched out a little too long, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Multiverse of Madness.
5.
7.
I guess. I think it's just because you like Doctor Strange. And
Yeah,
that I don't.
I'm not gonna front. That's strictly because I am a fan of Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. And as flawed as that movie was, we got Professor X in that. I don't care that he got wiped out in less than 2.5.
Yeah. I watched that movie again and I still was like, eh. And want me to be honest?
Yes, please do.
I think it's because it's Sam Raimi.
Okay.
I just him and his what he considers horror just isn't horror for me. There was nothing in that movie that's scary at all that you didn't see coming. It wasn't overly practical on that aspect. As far as delivering on the actual like Marvel end story, it had some interesting points with the other Doctor Strange. But I don't know. I feel like it probably and it's his movie, so they're gonna focus on Doctor Strange in all these different dimensions and stuff like that. But I don't know. I wasn't taken in by it. Not by the Doctor Strange aspect. I wanted to see more of the multiverse aspect. More on the like going to like they went to the different world and the red light was green light. Like what else? There's gotta be something more than that we can learn about that. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it didn't look too different. It's like, okay, are we supposed to use our imagination and see and just envision what else is different between that? I don't know. I wanted to actually see more of it. So that's just
right.
Me.
No, I feel that. I feel that. And again, the movie definitely had a lot that it could have done better. I just feel like it's a Doctor Strange movie, man, and I got X-Men and Doctor Strange, and we got
that was dope.
I was like, I'm still living off of that hype, still living off the hype. But let's see, what's the next one we got? Thor: Love and Thunder. Where you at?
I'm gonna get a 7.
Okay, before I say, I'm gonna go 6.
6.
We go 6 on Love and Thunder. Wakanda Forever.
11.
Yeah. Right there.
I thoroughly enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, we in the same boat.
So I guess that's
all right.
10. Honest 10.
Yep. All right. So then now, WandaVision.
Disney Plus shows. I don't even know where I want to rate this because you already know back in them olden golden days on the nerds, there's a lot of hype and speculation that came out of that. And I think I could probably say I definitely joined in with overhyping people.
Yeah, but still, look, you know how I don't want to get into this debate, but you know how I feel about WandaVision. It ain't got nothing to do with the hype and the setting up and the expectations. It just ain't good, man.
I give WandaVision. I give it a 5.
Okay, now you gave it a 5. Now because I gave Eternals a 3, and I think WandaVision is worse than Eternals, I got to give WandaVision a 2. WandaVision is by far the worst Marvel project of Phase 4, in my opinion. It's by far the worst.
I don't think it was that bad, but
Well, you know what? I take that back.
even
And
worse.
I got to take that back. We haven't got to the worst yet.
Okay.
Hey, let me tell you something, Jedi Jen. Them 2 points was all for Darcy.
Right?
Oh, both of them. But Darcy held both of them.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, Darcy carried that show.
Now, so where we at? We say WandaVision, cool.
We say what do you rate? You say you take it back? Are you making it better or worse?
No. WandaVision's a 2.
Okay.
I ain't taking nothing back. I ain't taking nothing back because I just I said I take back that WandaVision was the worst show of Phase 4 or the worst thing from Phase 4. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just not even gonna change my score. That's gonna tell you what's something about to get here in a minute. Spoiler alert. Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I thought that was pretty decent, and I gave it about a 6.
I gave it a 7.
Gave it 7.
Gave it a 7. I gave that a 7. I still feel like it's about a 7. Okay, and then Loki.
Loki for a Disney Plus show, I give it a 9. I enjoyed Loki.
Yes, I will agree with you there. Loki, 9. All right, what else we got? What if?
What if was good? I give it about an 8 for animated.
I'll give it a 7. All right. Let's see. Let's keep it moving. Hawkeye.
Yeah, Hawkeye also enjoyed. I think that was the second one I enjoyed. I give it an 8.
Yeah, I give Hawkeye an 8 also. Moon Knight
I enjoyed, but I feel like Moon Knight got a little stretched. I feel like there were certain things that they did in Moon Knight that was dope, but it was cheapened by the fact that either one, it took so long to get there, or two, because of maybe because of the dissociative property that they tried to explain and help understand, that maybe some things got lost. So it was still good, but not as good as the other shows that I've rated that high. So I would have to let it sit at about a 7.
Okay, so Hawkeye, you said a 7.
Hawkeye 8. Moon Knight.
Hawkeye 8. No, I'm sorry. Moon Knight 7. That's right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so Moon Knight 7. I went with an 8 for Moon Knight. I really enjoyed Moon Knight. Oscar Isaacs killed it. There was a couple of episodes that were kind of weird, but I'm thoroughly, for somebody who knew nothing about the Moon Knight character, I'm fully invested at this point and can't wait to see more from that character. So I give it an 8 for that reason.
Gotcha. That's not bad.
Now, it's interesting because the very next one, the flip side, Miss Marvel.
Now, Miss Marvel, to me, because obviously I'm not the demographic for that show, Miss Marvel for me kind of falls off. So I'm not going to say that the show was bad, and that because that's not why I didn't watch it. It just really wasn't for me. Right. So there, and you already know, I kind of like the first couple episodes kind of had me going because things were a little extra.
Not Ant-Man's head, bro.
Because Ant-Man's head is still rolling somewhere. I'm gonna say
he's still on it, dog. He's still on it.
I'm still like, I'll never come down off of that. I rated it a 4.
Okay, I gave it a 5.
Okay.
The reason I gave it a 5 is I put it right smack in the middle. I'm not going to penalize the show for not being my demographic. The things that I felt like it introduced were dope, and I can see how people would enjoy it. It just wasn't for me, so I'm gonna just leave it at 5. We'll just keep it right. We'll keep it nice and even.
Okay.
Midpoint. Okay, so we got She-Hulk.
You go ahead and rate this one first. I want to see where you put it at.
Well, I gave Eternals a 3. And I said WandaVision was worse than Eternals. So WandaVision got a 2. And then I was gonna say WandaVision was the worst project of the MCU, Phase 4, but then I remember She-Hulk. She-Hulk is so much worse than WandaVision that I'm giving She-Hulk a zero. She-Hulk gets no points. None. She-Hulk gets no points.
Oh no. Hey, I like this. I like that you and Felicity
We
on the same
actually
page.
On December 3rd at 11:23 p.m. Eastern Time, Felicity and Freddie Roy have agreed. She-Hulk don't rate. It gets no points. It don't even register on my mother radar. Ever. That trash. That hot garbage water.
I don't agree.
Zero.
I don't agree. And all of every bit of points that it gets is only because we got Daredevil.
No, we didn't. We didn't get Daredevil. Stop lying. We got Matt Murdock, the metrosexual version. That's what we got. We didn't get that. Ain't the Daredevil I know from Hell's Kitchen. That Daredevil is from Greenwich Village.
Oh. Man.
I'm just saying, bro.
I don't even know if I have.
Nah.
No, I don't even want to say. I'd rather put this version somewhere in Jersey. I don't even want to say that this Daredevil came from New York, anywhere in New York. No. I give it a 1 though.
I figured you'd
give
it a 1.
Yeah, that was every bit of point that I was gonna give it was a 1.
Now I'm not gonna include the werewolf joint or the Galaxy the Guardians holiday special because I don't think either one of those had any type of glaring impact on what's gonna happen with the MCU going forward.
I feel the Guardians does because they kind of got it out of the way that Peter Quill now knows for sure that Maynes is his sister. At very least, it covered that much.
Okay, so if we include it, what do you want to give it?
I liked it. So I mean, and Werewolf by Night I liked it too. It's just I didn't really, I guess, understand it was like a special one-off thing, and I wanted more. So the ratings dropped just because of that. But as a one-off thing, I like that one too. So both of those I give about an 8.
Yeah, I gave Guardians an 8. I also give Guardians an 8.
Yeah.
So we'll include Guardians.
Sounds fair.
Hold on one second. We'll include Guardians.
And I would only include Guardians because it does still fall in line with everything else. Werewolf by Night we can leave out because like it is really just like a one-off thing that we don't have nothing past or future looking forward to. So,
all right. So here's what we do now. You tally up your scores. I'm gonna tally up mine, and then we have 1, 2, 3.
Hold on, man. Oh yeah. Well, who you do? You wrote down both of ours.
Yes.
All right. So I guess I'll let you tell me what I got.
Yeah. Okay. So the first one was Black Widow. You went 6. And then we had Shang-Chi. You went 6. Eternals. You went 3. No Way Home. You went 9. Multiverse of Madness. You went 5. Guardians. Oh, that's the Guardian special. Well, it don't matter what order we use. The Guardian special was 8. Thor, you were a 7. Wakanda Forever was a 10. Hold up real quick. Hold up.
I got you. It's 103.
Gotcha. Bet.
Oh,
you got one
a lot.
Huh?
So somehow that's a lot.
Okay, so hold on. Let me total mine up now.
Let's see here. A lot of these we put on the same. Let's see. Yeah. We got Bear with us as we do math.
Right. Got it. 108.
Okay.
And what was yours?
103.
All right. So now divide that by 17.
6.
Well, I'll be damned. The Maynes have done it again.
I think that's right around
the phase 4 gives about a 6. That is very interesting. I think that is very, very accurate science that we just did to prove that when we tell you something is a 6, the 6.
Hey,
If we say it's trash, it's trash.
Max, that is kind of funny. That's
Oh,
like right
man,
where
like,
I said it was.
Right at it. Right at it, bruh. Right at it.
Oh man.
Oh man.
See?
But okay,
See?
so now the question is 6 okay for the MCU? Is a 6 okay for the MCU? Because I would like to do, and we ain't got to do it this week, but next time we stream, let's do that same exercise with phase 1. Like I want to do that with every phase. And we can keep because I want to see how they stack up and really get an idea of if there is a decline from like our own subjective perspective, or if it's just a hype thing, man, and really start to try to get into like why that is.
Yeah, I think you're gonna probably see that it's a jagged edge. It's a jagged number. Like the phase 1, we'll probably rate that overall with hype and just feeling and how we like that first phase or whatever the case. I think the first phase probably be somewhere up there, 7, 8ish. 2's gonna drop, 3's gonna be fire, and then 4's gonna drop.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like it is, and I feel like that's comparatively normal.
Yep,
because of the stories that you have to tell. And I think as long as they don't drop anywhere lower than the 6, yes, 6 is low. But if that's like a base 0, you know what I'm saying? Like then it can't be anything. Like it can't be any worse than that. As long as they don't drop any lower than a 6. Because I think without even having to do the whole comparative math, I think phase 2 is like a 4. There's so many movies that I could think of off top in phase 2 that I'm like, why? Like from where y'all came off of phase 1. With some of y'all's characters and how y'all treated phase 2. Captain America definitely carried phase 2.
Oh, I agree. Now, I will say this, and this is why I guess you could call me somewhat of a Marvel apologist, is because, again, even with phase 2, right? What was the formula for doing a follow-up to those movies and then allowing or creating them in a way that allows you to set up this story that is going to unfold over like this 10-year span? Like that's my thing, is it's like, yeah, Iron Man 2 was trash. Like the Dark World was not good. Like, let's just be clear. Like the movies were hard watches. They were very tough watches. Justin Hammer was like, I wanted to slap that dude. And not in the way like he's really nailing his part, but in the way of like, this is the best y'all could get. Right. After Obadiah Stane in the first one, this is who y'all come up with.
Yeah.
But even with all of that being said, it's like I understand that like they were trying to figure it out. So it's like while I'm not gonna sit here and try and tell you it was better than you remember, it wasn't as bad as we remember either, at least in my opinion. Like it like because straight up, I've gone back now. I'm gonna tell you, Dark World, I don't care how many times you've seen it or how big of it, that's a hard movie to watch. But Iron Man 2 is not terrible.
Iron Man 2
great, but it ain't terrible.
Don't get me started on Iron Man.
I
will frog dissect that movie.
It is in hindsight, when you go back, at least for me, when I go back and watch that movie, I'm able to like point out little things where I'm like, oh, that's the first time we got this, or they name dropped that, or they set this up. So for me, that's where my enjoyment factor is I tune out the fact that the movie is stupid. And that old dude and his bird make no sense.
I can't do it. Oh, dude, Whiplash should have been dead in the middle of the movie. We should have had a different ending with a different villain. Because I don't care. Like, my man wasn't even in a suit. Okay, he was wearing an exoskeleton that had no protection and got hit and rammed up against the barricades with a car.
Yeah, you
more
saw
than once.
You saw he was on them roids. You know he was on them roids.
Yeah, Roy, he should have had some severe hemorrhoids after that. He should have had to been should have had to sat down for the whole rest of like, come on, I ain't never in my life seen nobody get hit with a car like that. And talk about I want my boy after, like, get out of here. You should want some health care after that. What you talking about? Like, it just didn't hit for me, for him as a villain. Justin Hammer didn't hit as a villain. That little fight with him in War Machine,
terrible,
was supposed to probably be the height of that movie, and that also, yes, was terrible. And then watching it more than once, I see, even though through his meltdown he was still trying to train and get Rhodey prepared for something coming, because they always make Tony Stark like he's some kind of a clairvoyant when it came to him being in Marvel. He's just a super genius and just knew things was gonna go bad. He just knew stuff. So I felt like that's what they were trying to do with him in that movie. I don't know. There's not really too many memorable things for me in Iron Man 2, other than the fact that I can remember when that movie came out, the hype for me, just because, you know, it's a continuation of, like, we're getting Marvel. Like, during that time, it was like, are we going to continue getting movies like these? So every time that
Natasha Romanoff, man, come on.
I barely remember they inserted her in that movie.
Oh, come on, man. See, look, you didn't go back and watch it again.
No, okay.
You gotta go back and watch that, man. Oh, man, nah, man. Being too hard on it.
Oh, man. Not like, no.
What would you watch first, She-Hulk or Iron Man 2?
It's a terrible question.
No, it's not. No, it is not. It is a valid question. Because every time you try to tell me a movie, the MCU movie is bad, I'm gonna hit you with that question.
Well, see, I would automatically choose. Well, I don't know. So hold on, because I feel like comparatively, She-Hulk is way longer than Iron Man. So I would automatically choose to watch Iron Man 2. Just because. Like this.
You can tell me that I could pick the 3 best She-Hulk episodes or Iron Man, and I would tell you Iron Man, because that is an oxymoron to say 3 best She-Hulk anything.
This is true. Like
that's just not. No.
It's like asking if I want to watch She-Hulk or Ghost Dog.
I would watch Ghost Dog with Japanese subtitles before I watch She-Hulk again, bro. Like, that's real. I will watch the Japanese manga version of Ghost Dog, narrated
which is probably
by
way more dope.
Narrated, no, because it would be still narrated by
Forrest
Whitaker, and they would only have 3 pages of animations that they recycled through the whole thing.
Oh goodness!
So
I can't even imagine.
No,
can't even imagine that.
Speaking of, did you see that they are revitalized, or they're bringing back Afro Samurai?
I knew you was gonna say Afro Samurai. No, I did not see that.
Yes, I got super hyped because I thought it was gonna be like they were bringing back the animated series, but they're doing a comic. It's a special edition comic that's coming out, but that gives me hope that if there's enough buzz, we can see a return, man.
It's positive. It's a positive.
I really want Afro Samurai to come back, man. Can we please get Afro Samurai back?
Really, Daniel Fisher? The Ghost Dog dubbed by Michael Winslow. Really?
See, look.
All the noises and stuff, all the sound effects instead of actually him. When he swipes his sword, he goes.
Still will watch that before I watch She-Hulk.
I would probably watch that. I would probably actually enjoy it. Like, everything we're talking about doing to this movie is just making it better. We gotta stop.
Facts.
We gotta stop. The people are gonna be like, "Ghost Dog, what are you talking about? I'm gonna have to go watch it." No, you're not. No, not.
You ain't never lied.
Do not do it. Do not.
So what other trailers did we not check out? I mean, I know the Indy 5 trailer dropped, but can we be honest? I'm really not.
Yes, I didn't. I don't even think I put Indy on the thumbnail.
I'm not really hyped for an Indy 5 trailer. I'm not. I'm not checking. I can't even tell you any of the plot like elements from an Indiana Jones movie. I've seen them, but I don't remember not now one of them.
I know. The only one carrying the convo on the indie, so that's fine. I already automatically figured you would skip it and go straight to the second Mario trailer.
Yes.
Because,
Childhood, here I come.
yes, because I liked it, but overall we can talk about it all because I do have some gripes.
Indeed. Well, do tell.
But it was pretty good. Like, we back to normal speed. Yeah. I thought it was all right. You get what you expect from Mario. I think the second trailer definitely kind of gets you more prepared to see that they're not just doing a straight simple Mario movie. It's you got Donkey Kong in it, Toadstool. They got the fire flowers and the wingsuit and all that stuff. So it's like they're not just doing a simple Mario's gonna go straight to trying to save Peaches and call it a day. They're bringing it all left and right. They got Luigi, everybody in it. So I'm really excited to see what they do with it. And I guess for me, some of the gripes come in to where I can lightweight agree with the people on Chris Pratt and not have him not sounding too much like Mario, but I'm not blaming Chris Pratt for that. I feel it's more of the direction they chose to go in for the movie. They wanted to make it more of a
necessarily because like depending on what iteration or what type of what characterization of Mario you're trying to invoke, that's the one, that's who should voice it. Somebody that can embody that. But just because you grew up playing Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine or whatever Mario it was you were playing, that doesn't mean that's like me saying that because I watched or because I grew up watching. To me, the standard for a good video game movie at this point for me is Sonic. Because when you create a video game movie, and this is something that I think Uncharted missed and didn't realize, people don't want to see you take a video game movie and turn it into, what if this story from a video game happened in real life?
Right.
We want to see the real life adaptation of the video game. So what happens in the video game, we want to see that, but we want to see it in cinematic fashion. When you tell me you're going to make a movie or a show like Fallout, I don't want you to say, okay, well, what would really happen if like there was a post-apocalyptic? No, I don't want to know about what would really happen. No, give me the real life adaptation of exactly what I see when I play Fallout.
Right.
So it's the same thing with Sonic, and it's the same thing for me with Mario. Like, I don't need it to be exactly like that, but I need it to be a representation of those elements. Like, give me stuff that I can be familiar, like that I'm familiar with. Like, that's like saying, if they doing Fallout 4, and then they do Hancock, but Hancock's voice ain't with that. You feel me? I'm not gonna get mad. Be like, oh, that's not my Hancock. But it's just like, pause from main bastard Kush, because I know he waiting. I know he waiting.
He already said it. You tried to deduct points at this point.
Exactly. But that's all I'm saying, man. It's just like you don't have to detail for detail recreate these characters, and then sometimes when you do that, it's a detriment. And to your point, it how serious or how much depth can you have with a movie where every time the man opens his mouth, it's me, it's time to go save the princess. I'm gonna be like, bro, turn this off. I can't do this.
That's my point. It's like, so I can lightweight agree that maybe they didn't try to bridge and have him do something in between, but I'm not mad at it because like you just said, like if I heard that the entire time for this whole however long this movie is,
I'd leave in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. And I got that because of listening to Luigi talk. So like Luigi is another free flowing character that talks, and it's like, yes, they can't go with the Mario that's dumbed down than everybody else just to please the fans, because he sounds like what they're used to in like you said in the 64 games.
Yeah,
because I'm used to the John Hoskins, the John Leguizamo, Bob Hoskins versions. You know what I'm saying? That's,
right.
That's where I
say what you will about it. That is my frame of reference. But yeah, man, that's the thing for me, man. That's what. Just give me the elements that make me feel like I'm watching the game.
Right. Yeah, and I think they deliver on that most definitely. I
Yes,
don't see
absolutely
anything
they
on there
do.
that makes me feel like I'm
No,
probably
no,
gonna
no,
want to
no.
play Mario after this.
No,
Show.
like straight up. I was, like that's what I want. And this when I was watching this trailer, I was like, okay, look, I wasn't really hyped for this movie. Not saying I wasn't gonna see it, but it's a Mario movie. All you gotta do is make sure you hit certain points and you can't fail. That's what the first Mario movie, the first Mario movie proved otherwise.
Right.
So watching this trailer though, I'm like, man, this looks like if I was watching Mario for PS5.
Right.
And I'm with that. Like I'm with that as long as it's entertaining. Like I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I think it definitely will be. Like I'm still gonna go see it, and I hope it does really good. To be honest,
Yes, I agree.
I hope what is this? Super Mario. I hope we get a Super Mario Bros.
I want
2.
anything that is not Marvel or DC to do well in the theaters.
Yes,
we should all be rooting for that. By the way,
definitely.
Like, we should all be hoping for like the success of all of these other franchises, because one of the things that I think that, kind of going back to that whole MCU getting stale comment, when that's the only content that's dominating like your viewing experience, it's gonna get stale a lot faster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I always talk about Burger Boy. I love me some Burger Boy here in San Antonio. Like I'm always tearing it up. But if I was really eating that like every day of the week, how soon do you think I'd get tired of eating that ish?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it'll probably take me a minute because like I really do love me some Burger Boy. But like, matter of fact, I had some today. But
that's why you brought it up.
That's exactly why I brought it up. But that's I wish
right?
I did. But that's what I'm, man, it's just like I'm saying though, like if you have to, it is possible to have too much of a good thing, and then you end up starting to like that thing less and less because you don't have anything to compare it against or anything to offset that taste on your entertainment palette, if you will.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I see these movies like dropping like Beast Wars or the Mario movie, I'm like, yes, let's go. Like, be great, because that's gonna, encourage these studios to green light more projects that don't have to do with comic book heroes.
Right. And to that point, and to the homie Jared's point, I kind of do hope that Cocaine Bear makes a whole lot of money just for it being something different. Even though it's supposedly based on a true story. I would tell everybody right now, the only thing true about this story is, yes, indeed, a bear did in fact ingest and absorb about 75 grams of cocaine. Excuse me, I'm lying. 75 pounds, they said. That's a lot of cocaine. But it did not go on a murderous rampage and kill everybody. It went to sleep and never woke
Okay,
up.
so this one is creeping up on me because I had no idea of this. So you mean to tell me that we've made a movie where a bear has gotten a hold to some cocaine,
and
then the bear ingests said cocaine,
just like this, kind of, not really.
So we watching crackhead bears now, bro. We watching crackhead bears.
Yep.
There's so much.
Burn one bears instead of the Bernstein bears.
This is.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
This is interesting.
Be ridiculous.
Wow.
Be ridiculous. And I'm here for it. I'm here to watch a bear go on a murderous rampage because he's mad that he ain't got no.
I thought I had seen it all, but now we are talking about bears on coke.
But now I see.
Bears on coke.
Yeah, it sounds like a circus attraction. Come see our bears on coke.
No, you know what this sounds like? This sounds like a setup for a sequel. Cocaine Bear
2.
versus Tyrone Bickums.
Oh man.
I don't know how to
What if
tell
they-
you it's Cocaine Bear. I smoke rocks.
Right. I'ma smoke you. Turn you into a crack rock.
you.
Oh man, what if they did? What if they came out with another movie that's like Heroin Rabbit or or what? Meth Anaconda.
I'm trying to
That's
tell
it.
you, like, what? You better stop giving Sci-Fi Network ideas, bro. The crystal meth mantis.
Right. Marijuana wolf.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. You know how slow that movie gonna be.
Oh man.
And look,
Man.
the wolf
gonna
gonna be taking a break every 10 minutes. Like he chasing their ass. Like, time out, man. Hold on.
Yes.
I need a break.
CCP platypus.
Oh,
That's gonna be the next
boys,
one.
stop.
And then you think they all gonna fight against each other, but no, they all gonna team up.
Revenge of the Fentanyl Frogs.
Yep.
Like, what kind of shit is this, bruh?
You got the narcotic neotoads coming in.
Oh, God dang it.
You're gonna build a whole world out because now we're not safe from cocaine ingesting bears.
Revenge. Strike of the Oxycontin otters. What the
the villain is the opioid octopus.
The huffing hippopotamuses.
Yep, the marijuana anaconda. There you
go. Boy,
man, that's what's gonna happen. That is what is gonna happen. My anaconda don't want none unless it's indica, son. Oh man, I don't know what they coming to, but I do hope that the movie does good and makes a bunch of money.
Hey man, yes, make all the money you can, Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, I'm only interested in it because somehow Ray Liotta's in this movie. And rest in peace to Ray Liotta.
Yeah, I saw that and I was so confused.
Yeah,
I was so thoroughly confused.
I didn't even know they was making this movie, and then he's in it.
Hey,
it's like, wow. I don't think this was the last one he shot though. And that movie, I don't think it came out yet.
I'm gonna tell you like this. As crazy as that movie looks, I think the homie Vito is right. It's still gonna be better than She-Hulk.
Right. Exactly. It's like if that's the base we're gonna go off of to judge Marvel against, then we need to give some of these movies a chance. Some of these C-list movies a chance. And there's another one I'm hearing I ain't gonna get to see. Not in theaters anyway. I don't think it's coming out here. I think it's coming out in like Canada or something like that. You got Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Canada, eh?
Canada, eh? And I don't know what to make of this movie either, but I'm also here for it.
I just have questions about the people who come up with these ideas.
I'm trying to tell you.
I have questions about the people who come up with these ideas, man.
Right.
I just
what was y'all thinking?
Know.
What was y'all thinking? I just want to know what they're gonna do with the characters, because Winnie the Pooh definitely looks like he is bloodthirsty. And I want to know if that's what he's putting in the pot. That what we're putting in the pot this time.
Ain't
blood and honey. Ain't no telling. I want to know what Eeyore gonna look like. I want to know if Piglet's gonna be like a dwarf or a midget. I want to know if Tigger's gonna be high on meth, bouncing around. I want to know. I don't think I've seen this trailer.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to.
But yet again, I have to say, I think it's better than She-Hulk. It may be.
Man, at this point, we have established anything is better than She-Hulk.
I know. We even said we watched Ghost Dog over She-Hulk. That's bad.
Yes.
And Ghost Dog was the bottom. That was the bottom of the barrel.
That was the bottom. But
Yeah,
way up under Ghost Dog. Way up under Ghost Dog. is She-Hulk.
Way up under. Yeah, they don't
Like,
even rate.
If you was to go into Walmart and they got them DVDs for like $4.99, after you got down to like the 80th copy of Ghost Dog, down there at the bottom, way at the bottom, upside down, you wouldn't even know what it was until you grabbed it and turned it over. It's like She-Hulk season 1.
Oh man,
it's been open. It's got tape on it because somebody brought it back.
No man, not gonna catch me doing it. Not gonna catch me doing it.
No, sir, not at all.
That's what we got, man. We got a good few little trailers out there. Some things to look forward to for the next coming year. And
yes, indeed,
we might have to cover this. We can if you want to, but we didn't even touch on the Ant-Man trailer.
No, we did not.
They did like a little Ant-Man
but there wasn't too much. It wasn't too much new footage in that though.
No,
and I think
not really.
As I chomp down on this little snack right here, I don't think, man.
Chomp.
Like Ant-Man, we already know Ant-Man's gonna be official. You know, like I don't want to see a lot of Ant-Man in terms of the movie, the trailer footage.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't ever lied, Felicity Blood. You ain't ever lied. But yeah, Ant-Man's gonna be dope. I mean, like I said, they showed kind of did a nice little nostalgic walkthrough with Scott, and then we got some footage from the movie. Man, Scott's another one I don't think is gonna make it. I think Scott gets wiped out.
Yeah, man.
In this Ant-Man movie, man. I
hope not. Don't kill my man's in his own movie. You kill him in something else. Kill him in Secret Wars.
Nah, you got to kill him in his own movie, man. You got to give him his proper. You got to give him his due. Because you got to think, man. In my mind, Ant-Man is an overachiever in terms of that movie and it being as successful and that character being as successful as they are. To me, that's a bit of an overachiever. Like that's one of those. Like that Marvel, like one of those unexpected wins. Not to say that I felt like he was gonna flop or anything like that, but you wouldn't expect, kind of like the same thing with Guardians. Like I don't think they expected Guardians to blow up like Guardians did.
Right. Yeah. I think this is gonna be the best Ant-Man movie that they came out with.
Oh, by far.
Yeah. It looks pretty stunning. To be honest.
Yes, it does. Visually, it looks amazing.
Yeah, like I think they did a good job, just based off the trailer. And like his other movies weren't bad, but they weren't like too memorable. I don't think the villain. I think the villains.
No, because I think
were a little dry.
I think there's something to be said about like those grounded, earthbound MCU stories.
Yeah,
and I think they're cool and all, but I think when you're talking about something as fantastical as the MCU. The movies that stick out are the ones that really go the hardest when it comes to like giving you that spectacle. And so the Ant-Man movies, while they've dabbled kind of in the quantum realm and things like that, they've never really gone like even in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah, they went to the quantum realm and you got to see that, but it's like this is where they're kind of like I feel like they're going to fully embrace that world or that concept, and so they're gonna double down on it in a way where you're really gonna enjoy seeing that, like the quantum realm, and really spending time there and things like that. So I think we'll get that. It'll be a little bit more rewarding than just kind of watching like the trials and tribulations of Ant-Man and his peoples as they deal with another situation on Earth. This is gonna dial that up a whole lot. And really put Ant-Man in that superhero role, I think, which is going to be bittersweet because I think ultimately it's not going to end well for the guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's I agree. Well, even they said it in the movie, he's out of his league for sure.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
He might serve as being Silver Surfer Jr.
Yeah,
he might live to tell somebody, hey, Kang is on his way, and we are not ready. Not ready for this. No music, no none of that.
No,
We
nope.
ain't ready. And that's definitely gonna make the movie aspect a lot better, for sure.
Right,
But
right.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, this Ant-Man 3, nobody said that it wasn't gonna make any more. I'm not sure if they're planning on canceling my man Scott Lang. I think if Chris Hemsworth wants to continue being Thor, I don't, and if they're going to continue that because he's still interested in the character. If Paul Rudd is still interested in being Ant-Man, that I think that's really what determines mostly if they're going to end a character or not.
So here's the thing. Like when I say or when I think about them saying, this is the last Ant-Man movie, this is the end of it. None of these characters in my mind are going away forever. Like that's, to me, that's been taken off the table. Well, I won't say it's taken off the table, but to me, it's every character is now on the table to return, because essentially the idea of the multiverse gives Disney and Marvel kind of the outlet they need to be able to insert or reinsert characters as they choose based on like real world situations, because now you have kind of that outlet to be able to explain why, oh well, this person was here and then got recast but then came back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and not just with the multiverse, but with the whole Secret War or the what is it called with the scrolls? Secret Invasion. With the whole Secret Invasion thing. It's like you have an outlet now to where you can explain that kind of stuff in canon. So like, to me, yeah, you could do an Ant-Man movie and we could watch, Scott Lang get like straight wiped off the map by Kang. But that doesn't mean that we won't see him again as a variant or something like that. You know what I mean? Like there's so many different ways that they could play it. And I think it's a smart move, but it's also one of those things where it's very delicate, because how you handle that will determine how the audience receives it.
Right. We shall see, man. We definitely shall see what they're gonna do in the future.
No doubt.
I don't know.
Man.
I don't think it'll be the end of him, but I think it'll definitely be the end of Drax and Raccoon.
Yeah,
Rocket. I think you're right about that one.
Hey,
man, Batista's like, I'm trying to pack on some happy family pounds, and they stopping me.
That part.
Exactly what it feels like. Like, nah, man. And then I think Zoe Saldana also was like, because like I said, actors, they get stuck in franchises.
Yeah,
it kind of stifles their career a bit, because they got that obligation to be there, and they're not able to do so many other projects, at least not long projects. So, but I don't know. I mean, I found it ironic even hearing that from actors, because it's like you would think that you would want to get in a cushy little spot to where the money's just coming in. You don't have to worry about it. I know actors that, when they're done with jobs all the time. You know what I'm saying? They're done, even down to voice actors. They're just, you go do a job and that's it. It's over. It's done. You don't have to.
Yeah, but I mean, if I can kind of see it from both sides, because if I'm somebody like Batista, right? And it's like, yeah, for a few years I done, done this character and it's made me a lot of money and people is down with it. It's kept me relevant. That's cool. But then it comes to a point where it's like, okay, do I want to just continue to get to eat off these checks? Or do I want to do something different? And then beyond that, it's like, okay, but then the requirements. So it was like, at first when they wanted me to show up, it was like, hey, we just want you to play this character. Then it's like, oh, well, hey, if you're talking about Chris Hemsworth, it's like, well, hey, now we want you to put this fat suit on. Okay, and this one we want you to do this and go here and you know what I'm saying, to a point where as an actor or an actress, you eventually are like, okay, like now we've gotten to a point where I'm not necessarily cool with the direction that this character's going, so maybe this is where I bow out.
Right.
So
I
it's
can
like
see that too.
And it could be it could be a situation like that where some of these actors it's not necessarily a contractual thing from a money standpoint, or I don't want to get tied down to a role, but like you said, like with Drax or with Batista, he's like, man, look, y'all want me to come in here shredded every time we shoot this movie, man. Like, why? Like, I'm not trying to do that. Like, you can CGI me or do whatever you got to do, but like, I ain't trying to be in here. Like, you know how much time I got to spend in the gym to get in that kind of shape? Like, I'm not trying to do that at my age. Like, I'm done with that part. That's the whole reason I came to Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of thing. Like, and again, like I know you called out The Rock, But like, yeah, but Rock is not Batista. The Rock is like a business in himself. Like The Rock probably gets paid for every push-up he make. Like this dude is like out here. Rock is it is financially viable, like tremendously for Rock to stay in the shape that he's in. And clearly he, takes care of his body because, for whatever reason, whether he, it's personal reasons or whether it's the business side of it. But I don't knock somebody like a Batista that's just like, nah, man, I'm not really trying to do that right now.
No, yeah, it's not a knock.
Now, I will say I do have an issue with people who sign a contractual agreement to say we're going to do 3 movies. And then all of a sudden, like, you get into the 3rd movie and you like, I don't want to be in shape no more. It's like, bro, you knew what the deal was when you signed the contract.
Right.
Now that's different. But like when you're at the end of it and you talk about negotiation time, hey, if I'm the actor, man, and I can try to make it work, I'm telling my agent, bro, tell them I ain't trying to do no push-ups.
Right.
Like I ain't trying to look, I ain't coming in here with no 8% body fat. It ain't working. I'm showing up.
Right. No, and I think it's good, and Vito got a good point that they're making that Gears of War movie. And Batista's just a shoe-in for that character, period.
Hell yeah.
The original main character, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Who else would play that mother?
Right. I mean, it looked just like him for real. So, and that's another thing too. It's like being available to do maybe you want to do another franchise.
Right.
Maybe
that
have
that whole thing
to grow with how you act. You might have a more of a spectrum. I think I don't see Batista wanting to stay Drax. Just for the simple fact that Drax is a very one-dimensional character.
Right. Agreed.
To be honest. I mean, it's nothing different about him.
But let's be real.
Too much.
Let's be real. Drax was like the perfect character for Batista because Batista is not a very like multi-dimensional person. At least not from an actor standpoint. And I'm not basing this just off the movies he's been in. But again, I was a wrestling fan and I remember when Batista was in his peak. His promos weren't that dope.
Right, he wasn't.
Now, when you talk about somebody like The Rock, you could see that The Rock was going to be a star because that man was a genius on the mic.
It's electrifying.
Batista doesn't have that. He doesn't have that kind of charisma. He doesn't have that kind of personality, which is not a knock against him. He's just not that guy. Right. He's the guy that you put in the action movie to like tear some shit up and look badass while he's doing it. But if that dude gets to the age where he's like, I don't want to look badass anymore, I don't want to put in that work, that's his prerogative. But, the flip side to that is then maybe he better start trying to find some roles where like that's not a priority. Right.
And most likely that's what he's doing.
Yeah. And we'll see how it plays out for him. I mean, I think he's got, I think there's other roles for him in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Drax is all that he can do. I just think Drax was like a perfect role for him because it allowed him to really flex that kind of comedic side of himself, but still, have that physically imposing appearance, which is kind of what made that character, I think, so dope. And I think if you can find other movies or roles that let him lean into those elements, those, non-physical elements of his strengths, then he would, he'll be fine.
Right. I guess there's a teaser for this. I'm trying to find it. Well, the one I'm finding don't look too much like what I'm looking for. I think it's just a teaser anyway. It's not a.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I'm not too convinced, I guess.
But that's my point, because you've got to have the persona, you've got to have the charisma to really get people to make people believe that you are that character. And I just don't see that with Batista like that. Like for him to just be able to do any role or it's like it's got to be a very specific role. I can see him doing the Gears of War, like he has the look for that dude, but do you have the mannerisms? Do you have? He's too rigid. Like when you look at, he's too rigid. with how he now maybe it's changed because I'm not sure how old that is, but like he's got to be like it's I don't know, man. It's tough.
Yeah. I just see Batista. I don't see
exactly.
I don't see like I guess they make for one of these games they're making him his own character, but I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
see
right
it.
there with you.
I don't see
right
it.
there with you, man.
We'll see. I mean, I've seen him in other movies. I don't remember like their names off the top of my head, but there was one he, I guess had to protect this like little girl or something like that in his apartment, and it was entertaining. By the end of it, I was like, it was a good movie. But I don't remember
doubt.
I don't even remember the name of the damn movie he was in.
There you go.
I don't even remember why I watched it. It's just like, what was I watching? Why was I watching this movie for? Must not have nothing else better to do.
Never know, man. Never know, man.
Oh, My Spy. That My
okay.
Spy movie.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about that, but I never saw it.
Wasn't that bad. He's been in other movies. I'm surprised to even see he was in. I guess he was in Dune.
Okay.
I'm not sure who he was in that movie. Glasu Raban, I suppose. But I mean, yeah, he's getting around. He's doing his little thug dizzle with being in these other movies and stuff. But he's not a A-lister for me.
Yeah, well, he's definitely not an A-lister, man. Like he's definitely not that. But there's work out there for him. I'm sure he'll land on his feet somewhere. But gonna be interesting to see as we go into phase 5, kind of how the audience receives that. Especially now that we're kind of movies are starting to pop back up, like the big blockbusters and stuff. So it's gonna be interesting to see if any of those can like even pose any type of threat to the reign of the MCU. I know we've got Star Wars popping back up next year, so it'll be good to see some more Mando and Grogu and all that good stuff. Can't wait for that. But
March
yeah, man,
1st.
we at that point, man, where we wind it down towards the end of the year, man, and getting ready to go into another one, bro. Can you believe 2022 is almost out of here in 27 days?
Yep. Already, man.
28 days.
Already.
Yeah, man. It's just wild, man, how fast this stuff moves, man. But it's just crazy, bro. But it's exciting at the same time, man. You just gotta like embrace it and go with it, man.
Right. It's pretty much all you can do, for real.
Daniel Fisher, what kind of question is that, my guy? He says, are you still doing the New Year's Eve Moonwalker stream? It is actually Christmas Eve, sir. But you are darn right we will still be streaming Moonwalker on Christmas Eve. That ain't went nowhere.
Yeah, not at all.
We would definitely be doing that. I was just talking to my wife about that because I don't know if I mentioned this on stream, but I had a 8 terabyte hard drive, external hard drive. Every piece of digital media that I owned, every digital video game that I had accumulated over my, let's say, the last 20 years was on that hard drive.
Oh man.
Cat came in here and knocked it off the table. Hard drive gone.
I remember you telling me that.
Hard drive gone.
Man.
So I still have it here. Eventually I'm gonna take it somewhere and see if they can recover any of the data off of it. But yeah, man, I was talking to my wife about that because I had my copy of Moonwalker on that. So now I gotta go try to fish around and see if I can buy another copy of Moonwalker somewhere or find it streaming on some platform somewhere.
Oh man.
There might even be a copy on YouTube. Who knows? But yeah, we definitely gonna be doing that, man.
Yeah, man. For sure. Well, man, that's a good little couple hours right there.
Yes, it was, my man. Yes, it was indeed. I see Appreciate T-Revs. Well, that matter of fact, I see him running back in the park right now. There he is, man. The homie T-Rev came through, rode around with us. You know, as we do more of these, man, you want to come in here and kick it, we can run some games while we talk about some of this stuff, man. Or any other games we be on, because we, you know, got the nights, whatever it may be. Come holler at the Maynes.
For sure.
Yes, sir. Well, you know, it's that time, though, I believe, sir. So like we always say, you ain't got to go home,
but you
got to
get the hell up out of here,
man. For the homie Lavish Blackman, for the homie T-Rev, I am Brisket Roy.
Boy.
Peace.
Later.
The force will be with you, always.
Hey man, y'all sure y'all don't want to like burn one first, man?
Why did you call that name?
You hear about
the champion? What is thy bidding, my master?
Nice guy. Forever, forever, ever.